Greetings, fellow traders, and welcome to the weekly watch list. I am your host, Jeff Kohler, aka The Option Addict, from www.tradingaddicts.com. Let's go ahead and fire things up here and get back into the swing of things. Alright, so let's dive in with the little market analysis. First thing I want to take a look at is this old pattern we had been watching for quite a while. And we were really curious as prices started to come up and retest the apex of this triangle. And so far they've held, and so far they've rallied higher. What I've been watching here these last few days are the pivot lines that we've been watching from the high that took place back on the 14th and connect those all the way down to the low that took place back on old October 10th. And intraday, using these on a one-day chart, they've been pretty accurate in terms of magnets for price action. Meaning once prices have rallied up to one of these levels, they usually want to pause there. They want to take a breath before moving to the next one. So right now you can see as of Friday, we kind of got stuck right against the old 61% level. We're holding there, which makes me believe, I think we're going higher. And I will, in full disclosure, tell you I'm a little more bullish right now. And obviously you've seen that by the way the trades we're in right now are positioned. But yeah, I'm bullish. I think this level holds, and I think ultimately we're going to start working our way back up there to test the highs. So we're at a pretty good action point right now to kick off Monday, which I'm pretty excited about. So we'll watch this level as support, and again, we'll start to continue to eyeball some of these retracement levels as prices continue to advance and pull back along the way. The one thing I do think you have to really keep on your radar this week, though, is naturally we've got the elections coming up this week, but we also have a crap load of employment data, and that's going to be the one thing the market's really going to want to hear. Fewer jobs for the consumer, especially around this time of the year, could put a little bit of a dampening on my bullish sentiment. So let's keep an eye on some of that data as it rolls out. I think the market's already priced in the worst, but you never know how bad those reports are going to look. So keep your eye on them. In terms of price action and stocks this week, one of the reasons I haven't had a watch list out here for so long is one of the biggest components of my watch list was price patterns. There really hasn't been a whole lot of price patterns out there. But that since has changed. I think we're at a point now where individual price patterns and pretty decent setups are back in play, with the exception of buy the dips. There haven't been too many good strong upward trends. But I got a lot here to show you. So first, let's look at a few buy the dips, sell the rips, buy the breakouts, and unfortunately I don't have any breakdowns. So take a look at what I got. Alright, now let's work into the individual price patterns. I got a lot of stocks I want to look at here. Some that I've been following for a while, some that I haven't. Let's start off with Dollar Tree, ticker symbol DLTR. Here's what I'm watching. This looked to me to be a little bit of a double bottom, and it's stock trading up near its highs, which is pretty good. We pulled back here on Thursday and Friday, and the low of the day got pretty close to this level, which was the resistance point for this double bottom that we have down here. So what I'm watching is if prices pull back a little bit more, around 37. 37 is the price for me, but this little bounce, this retest area here, I think is a place where it's easy to manage a bullish trade. So Dollar Tree, I'm looking to buy the dip, but that's also a retest off of a double bottom here. Next, I've got SYNA. And the reason I like this one, I guess I keep coming back to this stock, is you'll see that we've got a little bit of an inverse head and shoulder. Shoulder here, a head down here, and we're right at the neckline getting ready to break out. Which means if we do break out, we're looking at about a 10-point movement to the upside, which puts this, eventually, gradually over the next few months, back up here at its highs, maybe even higher. So I like this stock. Next, I've got ALOG. We've got the double bottom, which has been put in, and we've got confirmation here on Friday. So on Monday, if we see any kind of a pullback, look to buy down here at about 42, 42.5. That's going to be the magic number. Lowest risk point to enter this trade. Be advised, though, it's not the most liquid stock you've ever seen, so prepare for that. Buy fewer shares. Next is ticker symbol MCF. Same pattern. However, these energy stocks really, some of them are starting to break out. MCF is one of them. But you're going to see a lot of these patterns that haven't quite yet. So this trade right here, a little bit easier to manage because we're closer to that breakout point. Right here at 55, you want to pick up some. I'd probably scale in and buy a small position here and then add to it as the trade continues to work. But the double bottom is in and it's confirmed. And it did so in a pretty good volume spike. So we'll take it. Next is Apple. A couple of things. This right here would be one of the last few dips you'll see in Apple for a while. And as you look at this pattern here, it looks pretty similar, where we've got the two bottoms put in right through this area. And I don't know, if you use closing prices, which I usually prefer to do, that means you'll ignore the open that occurred right here. That's outside of this action. But just here on Thursday, we rallied up to that level, couldn't break above, and we rolled over. So Apple's a hot stock right now. It's obviously generating a tremendous amount of volume down here at its lows. A lot of accumulation and a lot of distribution. So there's a lot of transactions taking place right here. There's a lot of volatility in the stock. Personally, I wouldn't mind owning some Apple at 100 if it pulls back. So if we don't break out of this pattern to start off the week, we do pull back a little bit more. 100 would be a pretty good number here, in my opinion. And let's look at a couple more bottoming formations. This one here of the triple bottom variety. We've got ASTE, which is relatively illiquid stock, but hey, you can go out there and pick up some shares. It's not that bad. Also in that family is ARD, Arena Resources. Count up those bottoms, 1, 2, 3, plus a confirmation here on Friday. You can also look at Imperial Oil, ticker symbol IMO. And not quite the breakout yet, but it's almost there. And this one trades a little more actively. Ticker symbol TOT, which we've got that breakout. We've got the highest closing price we've had in a while. Not to mention ticker symbol NOV, which isn't there yet. To me, this looked more like a descending triangle, but this recent high looks like it's wanting to get there. So we've got a triple bottom waiting to be confirmed. So maybe pick up a little bit here in anticipation. As it breaks out, you add. I'm okay with that. NOV looking pretty good. A couple other bottoms. I'm just going to keep firing them off at you. Executive Board, EXBD. Double bottom, big breakout. So with something like this, if it's already moved too far from this price, which is going to be about 28, I'll wait for that pullback. If I don't get it, I don't trade it. A couple other random patterns we're looking at here this week. Google, trading right at the upper end of a symmetrical triangle, which means if you're bearish, you can be pretty wise to short here. Also, the Utes. Check out the utility stocks. They're all at these triangles and rolling over. So, pretty interesting action out of these folks. Haven't yet confirmed to move to the downside or the upside at any rate. So, I don't know. If we hold support here, maybe that might be one more opportunity to buy before an eventual breakout. But I'm waiting to see which way these things eventually decide to go. You can also lump in Edison with this group, EIX. You'll see pretty much the same stuff. We're trading right at the resistance line, maybe slightly outside. You can also look at AEP, American Electric Power. This one looks a little bit more like a flag, if you ask me, but same difference. They're still at resistance, still haven't quite broken out yet, still lagging the overall market. Let's look at a few other patterns. Clean Harbors, CLHB. Check a look at this monster triangle. Boom, boom, and we've broken. So if we get a little bit of a pullback, and I hope we do, I imagine we do, but that number is 60. If you can see Clean Harbors at 60, you got to own that. Next is ticker symbol FPL. You'll see a pretty similar pattern here, and these are stocks I think you want to be paying attention to now. If the market does go through a little bit of a recovery phase here, look for those stocks that have already put in their bottom, they've put in higher lows, and they're breaking out, and have these on your buy the dip radar. So now they're a little overextended. Naturally, they might pull back a few points. If you can get FPL at 45, that's a good trade. Let's go next to Novartis, ticker symbol NVS. I like the price action we saw here on Friday, but I don't know if I'm going to call that a breakout yet. Either way, big triangle setting up here, so you got to know about that. Next is Genzyme. Just to give you some disclosure, I own this as of last week. And you check this out, you can see that we've got a little bit of a triangle forming here too. You might want to break into, what am I doing here? Let's say a 60-day chart or something, and you see a little bit clearer. We bought it down here a little bit closer to its lows. It's working its way up to its highs. Looks like it's ready to break out. So, hey, if you wanted to anticipate there and hop on along with me, I won't be mad at you for that. I think the stock goes up and tests its highs. No problem. And a few others. Ticker symbol BHI. Try to get this ball rolling, get you out of here quick and easy. Here's the flag pattern I'm watching on this stock. The one energy stock that really doesn't look all that hot. It's BHI. Next, we've got Halliburton. Ticker symbol HAL. Descending triangle sitting right up there at resistance. If it rolls over, I think that's a pretty low risk opportunity to short if you're not on the energy train here. Next is Prosurance, ticker symbol PRA. Got a big battle breakout there on Friday. So if you get any kind of a pullback, look to buy this at about 50.51. A couple others. Let's look at XTO. I've been stalking this bad boy for a while, and right now I'm watching for a pullback. So I own a little bit of the UYM, but if I see a pullback here in XTO down in the ballpark of about 33, 32, I own that as well. Couple others. A very unique pattern I haven't seen much of here these days is the old head and shoulders pattern. And if you look at FSYS, maybe go out to a 1-year chart here. There you go. You got a shoulder off here. You got the head put in here. Another shoulder right here. And a pending breakdown right here. Anyway, so that's what I got this week, folks. Just a barrage of ticker symbols here. I want to get back into the habit of looking at numerous stocks. Looking at actionable price patterns. Those are looking to confirm. That way we've got lots of ammo to trade through this crazy market, but I think I'm going to drop the word crazy from here because some of the indicators, some of the signs that we're seeing are going to point to an easier market. And while being an option trader and being handicapped through most of this with my choice of weaponry being put on the sidelines here, I'm optimistic. I think after we get out of the elections here and after we get through earnings season, I think we're going to see a VIX calm down quite a bit, which is going to put options trading back on the map. Anyway. So that's what I got tonight, folks. Hopefully you found a few ideas here that are useful. And as always, that's been my watch list. So thanks for watching. Have a good one.
Bring the hook in.